Praised be Jesus and Mary. Today's gospel, we're told that Jesus' heart was moved for pity because these people were like sheep without a shepherd. Now, what can a shepherd tell us about God's care for us? Actually, shepherding is one of the oldest callings in Israel. Even before farming. Keep in mind the chosen people traveled from place to place, living in tents and driving their flocks from one pasture to another. Looking after all these sheep was no easy task. It required great skill and even courage. Herds were often quite large. There were at times thousands of sheep, and the flocks spent a good part of the year in the open country, and watching over them required a great deal of attention and care. Sheep who strayed from the flock had to be sought out and brought back. Since there were jackals and wolves that would feed upon them, the shepherd would have to do battle with these animals, literally putting their lives on the line in defending the sheep. The shepherds took turns watching the sheep at night to ward off any attackers. The sheep and their shepherds continually lived together, so close, in fact, that individual sheep, even when mixed with other flocks, could recognize the voice of their own shepherd and would come immediately when called. That we heard that in today's gospel verse. Our Lord says, "My sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me." The Old Testament often speaks of God as a shepherd of his people Israel. In today's responsorial psalm, we heard, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 80, "Give ear, O shepherd Israel, you who lead Joseph like a flock. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture." And the Messiah is also pictured as the shepherd of God's people. He will feed his flock like a shepherd, and he will gather the lambs in his arms. Jesus told his disciples that he was the good shepherd who was willing to lay down his life for his sheep. And when we saw the multitude of people in today's gospel, he was moved to respond with compassion and concern. His love is a personal love for each and every person who comes to him in need. St. Peter called Jesus the Good Shepherd and Guardian of Souls in his letter. And in the person of Our Lady that we commemorate today, we see the unceasing vigilance and patience of God's love. In our battle against sin and evil, Jesus and Mary are always ready, to give us their help. So let us trust in their strength, and let us take refuge in this unceasing help they offer us at all times.